And now it's time for us to take a look at some of our Alaska news for this Friday morning. It is March 3rd, 2017. I'm Steve Floyd, the man with the face made for radio. There's another group asking to move the pipeline to Valdez. We're talking about the proposed natural gas line. This would take gas from the North Slope down somewhere to Tidewater, where it would then be chilled and put on tankers and sent to Asia. This is part of a plan that has been in the works now for, decades. Governor Walker used to advocate for Valdez, as he was the mayor of Valdez at one point, and now he prefers Nikiski, as does the state. And now the group that the governor used to be a part of is advocating for Valdez, once again, because it makes sense. Hilcorp has now been told by the State Department of Environmental Conservation that they must sample and monitor that underwater gas leak that can still continuing to pump out like 210 to 310 million cubic feet, all this gas coming out. They're talking about trying to get it repaired sometime mid-month. The ice is a bit of a problem. The Caribou herd down by Nelchina is so massive now they are doubling the bag limit. And these areas primarily, it's not just subsistence, but it's basically those folks are getting an opportunity to go out and get a second caribou. It's not like they're opening it up for more people. It's those who already got one now will be able to get a second one. Alaska apparently has a lot of clout on Capitol Hill. In fact, we have been what they consider overperforming for decades. Based on how many people we have, we've dropped to, I believe, 48th in the Union. And we rank 33rd in terms of the ability to get things done. So you want something done, you take it to one of the Alaska lawmakers because they've got clout. There's a number of different things that you can take away from Trump's speech that could affect Alaskans, everything from infrastructure to the issue of school vouchers. However, one of the things that really wasn't mentioned but is kind of a takeaway from it is the issue of energy. Duh. You can read about that in the story that I mentioned in today's long-form news. If you go to my website and become a paid subscriber, you get the 30-minute vision actually straight to your inbox every single day. Juneau has taken a step toward more affordable housing by making a subdivision that has been in the works now for literally over 20 years. And authorities made contact with that person of interest in that fatal fire they were looking for this week. Apparently they got a whole bunch of tips. They caught up with them. There was an earthquake that rattled Southcentral. They're saying it was a 5.5-ish, and apparently it was just quite a long one. Just kept going on and on and on. It was out there in Cook Inlet, by the way. And there is some concerns about the new tug design. These are the tugs that are escorting the tankers. Some folks saying, well, you're not really sure these are going to be built to weather Alaskan weather because, this is a company down from Mississippi and Alabama that are building them. But, hey, we'll see how it plays out, right? And there's a story saying that Ketchikan's wastewater doesn't meet the new standards. Of course, I did mention new, right? They met the standards until they changed them. Now it doesn't meet the standards anymore, and it's going to cost the homeowners because they're going to have to monitor their own wastewater with a bunch of, it's going to be good for everyone. The Bethel City Council has protested a couple of liquor store applications saying basically we've had more problems since the one liquor store opened than we had before, and therefore we don't want any more liquor stores. And in case you were wondering, the snowfall is above normal in Fairbanks this year, but it's not a record. If you just count from December through now, it would be the fourth snowiest winter on record. If you include the entire season, it's the 10th. And just a reminder from folks to use caution when you're shoveling your roofs. You can actually damage your roof when you're up there. Lastly, PFD application deadline is coming up here at the end of the month. A lot of folks wait, and apparently only about half the number of people that filed last year, only about half of them have filed so far this year. So I guess you can expect a big rush and some long lines there as we get closer to the deadline, March 31st. That's what we've got for Alaska News. If you like what I'm doing, please consider becoming a supporter either by buying a subscription at radiofreespeech.com or by joining my Patreon team. Thank you very much.